Pedestrians, welcome back to the channel of H-Ero. Today we'll be continuing playing A Town Uncovered. This will be part 21 intro. So welcome back, guys. And thank you for watching all the way to part 21. The same number as a My Pick Princess, right? If you guys like to watch My Pick Princess, go through my channel, guys, and look at all the videos I posted of My Pick Princess, guys. It's pretty good Let's Play, guys. It was my first Let's Play, and I freaking enjoyed playing that game. It was amazing. Props to Cyan Capsule for making that game. Thank you so much. The art is wonderful. But now it's time for A Town Uncovered, and let's see how Giseki makes this game wonderful as well. And let's see all the uniqueness of the world of A Town Uncovered. That was kind of weird, but let's just roll with it. So guys, we're just gonna continue on where we left off, and let's see where the story takes us. Let's go! Hello pedestrians, welcome to the channel of H-Ero. Today I will be continuing playing A Town Uncovered. This will be part 21. Guys, this is the exact same number where we ended My Pick Princess. So, man, this game, it is longer than the playthrough of My Pick Princess then. So we're just gonna continue on with the story, and let's see how much we can progress with the main story, I guess. If there's a chance, maybe we could also start the side story, who knows. But let's just continue on. So there's three options here: hang out with Jacob and Effie, start my school project, go have a swim in the beach. I don't think this is a good idea, so I'm gonna go hang out with Jacob and Effie maybe, so maybe we could increase our relationship points with them, who knows. So I think I'll go with that. Go hang out with Jacob and Effie for a while. We kind of roam around town trying to deal with everything we got. Plus, there are a few people who don't start immediately giving me weird looks or something ever since the incident. Sounds like a good idea, sweetie. Times like this are better with company of good friends. Just be sure to let me know if you can start moving around town too much. I don't ask for much. A text message will ease my soul just enough. I'll be sure to do that, Mrs. Smith. AKA Mom, I promise. Aw. Do tell Effie I say hi from my part. She's been inviting me out for girls' night, but I've been busy with work, so tell her I give her a call later on, okay? Yeah, for sure. Now, how about we finish our breakfast so you kids can get started with your day. I'll deal with your attendant in the meantime. You sure that's a good idea? Dealing with him on your own can be... I know, sweetie. But the man still needs somewhere to sleep, so he better be ready to cough up some answers if he plans to be sleeping under the same roof as us tonight. Let me do my magic. I know how well to deal with him when he gets difficult. I don't know, Mrs. Smith. I don't feel comfortable just leaving you with him like that. I'll be fine, trust me. It's my turn to put my foot down. Alright. If you are sure, call us if he gets difficult, okay? I will. Now, let's finish up and clean so you can get started with your day, okay? Okay, sure. I love you too, truly. We love you too. Yeah. Oh, before I forget, John? Yeah? Who was that on the phone? Yeah, you were speaking a bit loud there for a second, but we couldn't really make up what you were saying. Was this something important? No. No, not at all. It was just some random guy selling something. I got annoyed since he wouldn't let me speak and decided to turn on the TV while he droned on about whatever he wanted. I hung up and saw the thing about the security system. Ugh, those are annoying. You kids are out most of the day, but you have no idea how many telemarketers call in the middle of the afternoon sometimes. Sounds rough, Mrs. Smith. Sometimes it is, but I like to mess with them sometimes. It can be quite fun. If you say so, Mrs. Smith. Let's continue eating, shall we? Much to do and all that. Ah, yes, of course. I call seconds for the bacon. That little lie is going to buy me sometime. I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith, but I can't involve you or Jane into all of this, and the last thing I need is you constantly keeping an eye on me. I don't have time to wonder about that weird call either. Whoever it was, they did make us pay attention to the news, so that's bound to be a hint. One problem at a time. I now gotta talk to people who may be able to tell me more about the town. People who either wouldn't know a lot of what's going on around town, or people weird enough to take care about stuff like this. Shouldn't be too hard, right? let's start by the mall and see what I can learn. Okay, guys, so to be honest, this is a brand new day of recording, so I kind of somewhat forgot what the story was going on about, but with this small cutscene, I guess, I now remember what the previous part was about. Getting a mysterious call, learning about about some person telling us to watch the news or something like that, or turn on the TV. That's what I remember. So, our objective now is just to go here, I guess, and find out what to try to find some answers about everything, basically, about the mystery, the ghost lady, the other alternate world. So we're just gonna go from the correct choice, but we haven't talked to these three, so let's talk to them. Hey girls, I wonder if you could... No. You don't even let me tell you. I don't even want to hear you start. Why are you wasting the oxygen around me to begin with? Meg, that's a bit excessive. A little bit. Are you two seriously taking his side now? No one's taking anyone's side. I'm just saying, he hasn't even said anything yet and... Ugh, forget it. Fine, talk to the nudist dork all you want. I'll be ordering another late latte while you do so. Okay. Sorry about her, John. She is extra annoyed at the world with all this stuff happening. She becomes meaner to deal with hard times. Take it as a method of self-defense or something. Well, she is mean to me in general, so I have to take your word and when it comes to that. Man, I kind of read that. She's not so mean most of the time. Yeah. Oh damn, I feel like my game was like freezing a bit. That's fine. She actually stopped and put an end to any rumors surrounding the comic book store geeks. Figured best to leave them alone while they deal with all this. Oh well, that's quite nice actually. She was the one who started them though. Right, but she is learning not to kick people when they are down. It's something, I guess. Anyway, what do you want to talk about, John? Oh, well, I just wanted to ask you, you know anything about town history in general? Or just weird and out of the norm stuff going on in town? You mean weirder than you appearing naked in the middle of the park? Yeah! Man, awkward. Hard time to ask about that with everything going on, you know. Yeah, I know, but since you girls are always up to date with the latest gossip and all, I figure you may know something interesting. Well, there are a ton of things popping up all over town, but most related to either the whole mess going on lately and your nude escapades. I don't know why I read it like that, but oh well. You being naked doesn't come up as often though. Yeah, I imagine something like that would be the case. I was actually wondering about more about stuff like other mysteries and general weirdness in town. That's an awkward topic to just be asking around. What for? Well, I'm trying to get my mind off things and all, plus it gets me to know more about the town. Well, aren't you quite the curious little sausage? Though, I suppose little sausage doesn't exactly fit you, huh? What? Yep, because of the pics. She's thirsty. Chagan, don't rat me out like that. But you didn't say you wanted him to do... shut it, girl. Sheesh, sometimes I think you're just pretending not to understand this sort of stuff. So, the beach. Try the beach. Violet used to say some weird stuff happened there from time to time, so you should go and check there. You guys know Violet? Yeah, she's quite popular and is always around for parties and like. The guys tend to like having her around for obvious reasons, you know? You guys know what I mean? She's always like, not wearing clothes. Do you like girls like that, John? That's enough with you, Missy. No need to interrogate him like that. But, well, do you, John? That's a bit... Are you girls still talking to this creep? Seriously, I assume you bug will be done wasting our time by the time I return to with my latte. What do you want? Ooh. He wants to know weird stuff about the town. Has he looked in the mirror recently? Oh, always a pleasure talking to you, Megan. Wish you had the chance. Seriously, I would assume you would be talking to Effie about boring town stuff with how obsessed she is about things like that. But then again, guess I can't blame her for not wanting to share stuff with the town weirdo. Effie used to ask around about this? Yeah, didn't you know? Effie used to be quite the snoop, always asking stuff about the town and stuff like that. She was convinced something weird was going on, but she suddenly stopped. Oh damn, guys. I just realized, is our Effie not the real Effie? Like, she just stopped for some reason. Maybe she knows the truth. Who knows? Let's find out. Let's continue on. I just thought she grew out of that weirdo phase of her. But she is still hanging out with losers like the blonde dork and you. So I guess old habits die hard. Wow, you managed to be both a super mean and condensing pain, yet somehow helpful at the same time. She is better once you get used to her. A real tsundere. Who are you calling a pain? And who are you calling a tsundere? Chiegen? I'll keep in mind what you all told me. Thanks a bunch. Are you fine going away now? And wait a second, who are you calling a pain? Tegan looks great in this swimsuit. John, but even better without it. But what's with you today? Never mind that. We'll talk later, John. Nice. So I kind of know that she has the hots for John. I think she's just friendly over her, and then she's just a massive a-hole. So we have the beach and I guess Effie to talk to. So let's go to customer service and let's see if we could ask her anything actually. Let's see. Hi, Janae. Yes, indeed. How can I help you? Hey, aren't you the kid from the news? Yes, I am. Though it's not exactly something I'm proud of. Hey, we all have the rough night that ended unexpectedly, right? But that's all besides the point. So, how can I help you? Well, I was actually helping you know if you sold books about something in particular. Well, we have a little bit of everything here. What exactly are you looking for? History about the town or urban myths of the town? Ah, now that's you have to be one of those very few people who ask me about that topic. Really? Yeah, besides you, the only other person who asked me about books about the town is that nice girl Effie. Effie? Yeah, she's about your age, I believe. Really cool to talk with, ponytail? Yes, that's her. She's a friend of mine. She really comes from time to time asking if we have books about that and other cult stuff. We sometimes have documentaries about paranormal stuff and the like in the DVD section, but we mostly have novels and adult erotica in the book section. So nothing of use for me, huh? I'll tell you what I keep telling her. You have more luck with stuff like that from Sam in the next store over. He's a bit odd, but really sweet once you get to know him. Plus, he knows a lot about this sort of stuff. Well, worth the shot. Thanks, Shanae. No problem. Oh, and what is it's worth? You have a rather cute ass. Man, thank you, I guess. Don't be a stranger. Janae, she also has a hot for us. Cool. Alright, guys. So, I was gonna go here. Let's see if we could talk to her. Hey, Alana. Hey, dude. Coming for your shift? Kinda busy at the moment. Then, unless you're buying something, I got work to do. Actually, I was hoping to see if you could help me out with something. Is it ice cream related? No. Well, will I get paid overtime for it? No, but will it involve me in getting out of the Croix for at least 5 minutes? Not necessarily, but does it involve you and I having H in the back room? No, wait, what? Sorry, some guys try that line with me from time to time, saying they need my help with something in the back room and all. I just shoot them down or have mall security escort them out. I mean, you're cute and all, but you have to properly woo a lady first, you know? Noted. Still, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Then I can't help you, I can't really help you, John. You haven't even heard what it is I wanted to ask, though. Is it ice cream related, or will it get me out of this hoist for a while? We'll talk later, John. I guess. See you later, then. Cool. So, guys, give me one moment. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry for the quick cut, guys. Someone's calling me, but now we're back to focusing on the story. So, let's go to Grundle Sam and see if he has questions. Last time I went here to ask him, but, like, all he was talking about was totems, unfortunately. But now he will answer our questions, so let's see how it goes. Hello there, explorer of the unknown. The mysterious totem informed me that I'll be seeing you today. You are always welcome into my emporium of the unknown. Thanks, Sam? Did the totem actually tell you I'll be coming? I wish. Sadly, the spirits within are not very talkative with me. No, This is just a line I say that when customers comes in. The whole act helps me, helps sell the mysticism. It does? Well, it does for random kids that come in after getting separated from their parents. The whole cult's vibe and the place attract them like moths to the flame. Every kid believes in the cult to some degree and tends to orbit around places that may have possible proof around it. I learned a ton of magic tricks and cardistry to keep them entertained until the parents came looking for them. That's quite nice of you. Anything to keep the younglings' faith in magic and supernatural for as long as possible. I just wish it also meant an increase in sales from time to time. The parents appreciate it though. I have even been requested to perform at birthday parties at the like, so at least my name is going around town in a positive manner. Well, it's good, right? Free advertising for your business and the like? I assumed so at first, but now I'm mostly just known for my magic tricks. It feels wrong how often I have to pay the rent from my profits from the magic act rather than any actual income coming directly from the register. But then I remember how much more I prefer if over telling my parents they were right and have to go back to using my degree in the soul-crushing job. You went to college? I made my master's in communication. It was valedictorian for my generation. It was even named most likely to succeed in the yearbook. What happened then? Found my own happiness and lived my life without regrets. Quirky, difficult, and imperfect as it may be at times, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I can respect that. But enough about me. How can I help you, my good sir? Well, I was hoping to ask you some questions actually. A federal wonder of life. Endless mysteries, eh? I'll do my best to help you out. Are you perhaps on the hunt of the lost Aztec treasure following the events of La Noche Triste? Or the whereabouts of Cleopatra and Alexander's tomb that was awakened in your inquisitive mind? No. Nothing in the archaeological sense, I think. Then perhaps it's the new desire to awaken your senses and get to know more of the supernatural world around us? There is a certain ritual to make you in tune with the energy of the forest itself by consuming a concoction made from elements of the forest itself. It is able to allow you to see the set of spirits and inhabit our planet, and who will make your life generally easier if you go out of your way and present him with the gifts or bundles containing items from the land. That seems more useful to a farmer or rancher than it does to me. Plus, there isn't that much forest around the town. I'm willing to venture into with everything that's going on. So I will pass on that. That's fair enough, actually. Plus, farming can be very expensive. Are you then perhaps looking for evidence of the paranormal and mysticals? I gotta warn you though, messing with the undead tends to open the gates for other less... What is this? Beings to access our realm. I don't know how to read that. Is it beings? Oh, whatever. You never had a certain way to verify who it is you are contacting. Don't be very surprised when your occultism studies are suddenly shifted harshly into the domain of demonology. Again, Sam, I don't think that's what I'm looking for entirely. At least, definitely not the sense of communicating with stuff. I much prefer those to stay right where they came from and as far away from me as possible. Okay, I give it my guesses. I suppose that's I suppose that's what I get for missing the clairvoyance online class sign-up. What the fudge? There's a class for that? It was either that or the event's sleight of hand courtesy. And the fact I have 4 shows booked for the end of the week around town and very comfy rest of the month, not having to worry about rent, tells me I made a good call. Congrats on that, but I can tell you now what I wanted to ask you? Certainly! Sorry, I tend to go on tangents about this when I don't notice. Listen, do you know of anything weird about the town? That's a big vague word, isn't it? I tend to get called that far too often, so you're going to need to be a bit more specific here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. No, it's cool. When you decide to live your life the way I do, you tend to expect this sort of words. If you run away from reality, it only makes sense for people to call you that. Anyway, go on. Well, I was informed. Well, I was more focused on learning about the town itself. I don't know where informed came from, but oh well. Do you know of any mysteries or unnatural phenomena local to the area? Oh shit, what the fuck? My bad, guys. You had a close encounter with something, didn't you? Gonna guess it was not a good encounter at that? How do you... I know my fair share of things. I could tell the faces of someone who went through something supernatural has trouble believing it, even though they're 100% sure it happened. So, you have seen it before. Then do you know anything about... Whoa! Hold your horses there, cowboy. I know well that look in your eyes, but I mainly see it in the separate events outside of town. Back in the day, I traveled around this country, that is. I have quite the eye to spot charlatans and people who actually witnessed something strange. Is that so? Quite so. Now, about the town itself, however, there are a couple of mysteries itself. Primarily about its founding and other mysteries surrounding it. Plus the frequent disappearances of a few years ago and now all the recent mess. I have a few theories about it along with the legends themselves if you want to hear them. That would be a great help. Like you have no idea. Alright. I could tell you more about the town's history and let you in some of the town's very own mysteries. Let's just go top to bottom, I guess. If we ever get the opportunity to listen to that one. You mentioned something about the town history and its founding. I did. This is quite a bit of mystery regarding the founding families and the early generation of the town. Then again, the town was founded around 200 years ago and people back then didn't really keep track of records. At least not until the Great Fire of the New Hope Library, which was renovated a few years later, only to be demolished and then returned into a school around the 1960s. So the university or our school campus was a library? Dang. I had no idea the town was that old. It is usual for small towns like this. There are pieces of documents detailing the fact witchcraft and dark magic were involved in the town flourish event. For real? Not a trusted source, man. It was the early years. Back then, any sort of innovation could be taken as demonic work or some kind of dark magic. Not to mention the fact of being moody or just odd overall could get you accused of being a witch or warlock without much substantial evidence and can be put on the stake by the end of the day. Wait, are you saying you have a history of witch trials and burnings? Actually, no, believe it or not. From what the old records say, some of the founding families, one in particular, were suspected of some sort of dark magic by the townsfolk. But one day, a large chunk of members of said families, along with other members of town suspect to be in cahoots with them in some way, simply disappeared. There is not a lot of information left regarding who they were or what happened afterwards, but the town took it as some sort of divine retribution and moved on with their lives. One family was almost completely wiped out with the disappearances, but since they were wealthy enough, they managed to keep their status. Rich people always manage to land on their feet, you know. You don't say. Still, it's quite the mystery. Some believe they were spirited away into the underworld in the midst of the ritual. Others think they were abducted by a large-scale operation by extraterrestrial beings. There are some who think they were actually dragged to hell after the ritual went wrong even. I have my own theories, but I'll tell you some other day since I do need to set up the sleds and everything since it's a bit out there. Alright then. Okay, what do you want to know next? Other mysteries. Well, since you mentioned it, what else sort of mysteries are around the town? Quite plenty, my friend. This is what I love about the small towns and big cities are just far too cluttered with stuff for a passionate paranormal investigator. A small town has its own good shares of mysteries happening to keep an enthusiast like me quite entertained without absolutely overwhelming them. A manageable treasure trove of mystery, believe it or not. I'm finding myself far more inclined to believe it nowadays. So what sort of things does our little town offer? Well, the bigger one is about the recent disappearance, as I'm Sure, you are aware by now. So I'll just focus on one that has affected me to the point I can't even sleep sometimes. Sounds good, I guess? One of the town's more recent mystery, the town's ghost girl. A ghost girl. A haunting image of a girl that stalks you whenever you go, and seems to disappear without a trace whatsoever once you try and give her a second look. Yeah, that's Xena, I believe, right? That sounds far too familiar. Have you seen her then? I'm not surprised, there's a ton of people in town who have reported witnessing her. It's a bit of a popular phenomenon. One I have been a bit obsessed over since my last encounter with her. You have encountered her recently? A full-on face-to-face encounter at that. I don't think anyone has ever gotten as close to her as I have. I'm talking just a few feet of distance too. To the point she even noticed me and smiled before turning a corner and disappeared out of sight. You are kidding. Can you tell me more about her? Any distinct feature of her you might remember? Oh, I have a very detailed image of her in my mind. When it seems something like that, it's something that doesn't leave you easily, you know? It's embarrassing to admit it since I'm a researcher to the unknown and enthusiast of such paranormal events, but I sometimes have nightmares about it. Plus, I now get the feeling of being watched from time to time. I hear you. She's quite frightening inside with her whole white dress and all. White dress? What are you talking about? She wears something similar to Victorian or Gothic style attire. What do you... Wait, there's something else entirely different here? Yeah, I distinctly remember her black skirt and the little red tie she uses on her outfit. But don't get me started on the little heart accessory on her hair. Wait a minute, is that... It's unsettling how the supernatural world can turn even something cute and alluring into such a horrifying visage. Sam, I don't know how to tell you this, but no need to say anything, John. This is a mystery I must get to the bottom of my own. I'm triangulating her usual hunting location from other reported sightings of her, and I feel like I'm getting even closer to the truth. That's great and all, Sam. I should really let you know that. Don't even attempt to dissuade me, John. I know the dangers of approaching the origin location of a supernatural entity, but my desire is for the truth. It's far greater than survival instinct. Nevertheless, I assure you that I'm taking precautions. Are you actually? This is not my first wrestling match with the extra-dimensional spirits, my friend. I have my fair share of teletalism, bashfulness, reds, and dispel enchantment that will keep me free from any and all possession until I can find the cause of the spirits remain on this earth. And then what? I'll find her remains and I'll set her free, of course. Get rid of what's keeping her haunting this earth, and then banish her from the plane into their either eternal rest or damnation, depending on the true nature of the spirits, of course. Well, good luck then, Sam. Just try not to get arrested, especially in these times. I'll be careful. I know quite well that even this place the entity resides in can be classified as abandoning building as a whole. It is still breaking and entering in the eyes of the law. Yeah, I doubt a place like she haunts is abandoned to begin with. I would love to tell you some more, man, but sadly it is still business hours, and I gotta holding vigilant for clients. Alright, I think I have my fill for now. Thanks for your time. You say you had your own theories as to what happened to the families that disappeared all those years ago? Well, it's not much of a theory, it's a speculation at this point. Mainly just strings of evidence that I managed to gather into a plausible outcome. Isn't that the definition of theory? Well, guys, I know we're in the middle of this cutscene with Grundle Sam here, but I'm gonna end the episode here, guys, because it's gonna be quite long. So, pedestrians from all over the world, this will be the end of part 21. If you want to see more of a town uncovered, hit the notification bell to keep you updated. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I'll help you make more content of this game and maybe other games in the future as well. So, without further ado, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a lovely and special day, and I will see you all today in the same day as I post this video, part 21. Later, everyone.